Founded by Tsar Peter the Great in 1703, St. Petersburg became the capital of the Russian Empire for more than 200 years. St. Petersburg is a truly unique city, as it was designed to be a vehicle of globalization from its very origin.
Peter was exposed to European culture during his formative years, having spent time in the Netherlands and Britain. He hoped to bring European education, art, architecture, fashion, language, technology, calendar, and administrative structure to the Russian Empire. Even the city's name is derived from Dutch and German nomenclature.
St. Petersburg was built as a window to Europe, with a specific location chosen to mimic the canals and design inspired by Venice and Amsterdam. By constructing a city on the Baltic Sea along the northwest border of the empire, Peter sought to engage in increased trade, interaction, and sharing of cultural capital with the West. Furthermore, the city was used as a strategic location to house Peter's large and powerful navy.
As a result of St. Petersburg's harsh climate and location, many died while building the first part of the city in an unprecedented time frame. Peter invited German and Dutch engineers to design and build the first buildings of Peter and Paul Fortress. It took only 9 years from its founding to become a developed capital of one of the world's most powerful empires.
As evidenced by this historical photo, the Europeanization of Russia was so pervasive that Peter decreed all noblemen to cut off their beards to look more like their European neighbors, heavily taxing those who refused to shave or dress in current European fashions.
An admirer of Peter the Great, Tsarina Catherine the Great significantly furthered Peter's goal of helping to complete the earlier globalization of the Russian Empire. Born in Prussia in 1729 to a noble family, Catherine was drawn to art and education from a very young age. The ambitious princess realized that marrying to the heir to the Russian throne could lead to a life of increased wealth and power. Catherine became the wife of Tsar Peter III in 1745. Unhappy with her unpopular husband, Catherine waged a military coup in July 1762 and became the Empress of Russia.
Due to Catherine's interest in foreign art and culture, she founded many museums, such as the Hermitage, and organizations to foster European culture into Russia. Here we can see the opulent interior of the Hermitage Museum, housed in Catherine's Winter Palace. This interior signifies a shift in the architectural style that is seen across St. Petersburg, transitioning from Baroque and Rococo to Neoclassicism. In 1768, she founded the Society for the Translation of Foreign Books into Russian, furthering Russia's access to international educational resources. One of her many major reforms was a new code of laws inspired by Montesquieu and Beccaria, pioneering a legal system based on European ideologies.
An extremely well-educated woman, Catherine spoke German, French, and Russian. She patronized many forms of art, including painting, music, ballet, and opera. St. Petersburg had become one of the major influential cultural centers of the world. Catherine founded the Hermitage to house her enormous collection of European paintings and foreign art, currently comprised of over 3 million items. During her reign, education also reached new heights, with frequent visits from renowned philosophers of the French Enlightenment, such as Voltaire and Rousseau.
As a result of the 18th century Tsars, the Russian Empire absorbed many elements of European culture, especially with regard to art and architecture. St. Petersburg's Mariinsky Theater, opened in 1860, is one of the world's most famous and historic theaters of opera and ballet. Through the latter forms of art, modern-day Russians and tourists alike are able to experience classical and contemporary masterpieces from internationally renowned composers and performers.
Ballet as an art form has become such an ingrained part of Russian culture that it is now internationally recognized as one of the best in the world. Over time, other countries have looked to Russia for technique and inspiration. Some of the most famous Russian ballets, such as Swan Lake and The Nutcracker, are exhibited in many theaters across the globe. Russian ballet has even reached Brazil, which has the only official recognized Russian ballet school.
Did Peter and Catherine achieve their goal of creating a global city? Here are some of St. Petersburg's most famous landmarks, showcasing its international architectural diversity.
The St. Petersburg Mosque was built in 1913 with an Uzbek-inspired design.
The Singer Building, previously home of the American Sewing Machine Company, was built in the Art Nouveau style in the early 20th century.
Narva Triumphal Gate, which resembles the Arc de Triomphe in Paris, is a monument to the Russian victory over Napoleon. Kazan Cathedral was modeled after Rome's St. Peter's Basilica, which has Roman Catholic architecture.
Peter Gough, the Summer Palace, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and incorporates designs inspired by Versailles with other French, German, and Swedish influences.
Today, millions of tourists visit St. Petersburg annually to see its beauty, design, and experience the diversity of arts the city has to offer.
What started out as one man's vision has become a modern-day global city. By integrating arts, architecture, and culture from nations across Europe and Central Asia, St. Petersburg has developed a unique cultural identity.
One of the world's most beautiful cities, St. Petersburg has many characteristics of a global city. Diversity of arts, architecture, extraordinary history, and culture originated from many parts of Europe and Central Asia.
On Nevsky Prospekt, which is St. Petersburg's most important avenue, one can hear tourists speaking languages from all corners of the world while enjoying the old architecture and vibrant modern community.